Hi friends, in this video we are solving a problem on multiple integrals. Given problem is evaluate double integral of square root of a square minus x square minus y square dx dy over the semicircle x square plus y square is equal to ax in the positive quadrant. So first you observe the given problem is in Cartesian coordinates. Double integral, are they given limits? Means they are not given limits, but they are mentioned clearly over the semicircle. Semicircle is what? X square plus y square is equal to ax. If it is x square plus y square is equal to r square form, then you can do like directly we can say the circle is general circle we know. But here x square plus y square is equal to ax they are given. Friends, this problem we can do by change of the variables. By change of the variables. Of course you can do in general method, but what will happen if you are solving in this method? General method means Cartesian form, it will be complicated. I am changing this problem into polar coordinates, right? In the polar coordinates, generally we are taking x is equal to r cos theta, comma y is equal to r sin theta, and dx dy is equal to Jacobian of x comma y with respect to r comma theta, that is r into dr d theta. Nothing but in generally, if the double integration they are given f of x comma y dx dy. You see, this is like double integral of f of x comma y dx dy or not. If you are changing into polar coordinates, then you will have double integral of f of x is what here? R cos theta, comma y is r sin theta into dx dy is nothing but Jacobian of dr d theta. Jacobian is here r dr d theta. Next, what you need to find out? We need to find out the limits. If you are integrating, then what you require? Limits also you require or not. So how you will get the limits? What they are given a region? See the region. Region is x square plus y square is equal to a square. From this, what you can say? X square plus y square is r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. So r square is a common, then cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Therefore, the region you can say right side, left side you have r square. And ax is the right side. A into what is x you have? R cos theta. X is equal to you have r cos theta. Okay. So from this you can say r square minus ar cos theta is equal to 0. You can take r common, then you will have r times of r minus a cos theta is equal to 0. From this you can say r is equal to 0 comma r is equal to a cos theta. Now you draw the figure. Now you see x square plus y square is equal to ax will have x square plus y square is equal to ax will have r square is equal to a cos theta. That is nothing but r is equal to a cos theta we have. R is equal to 0 means this one only. But what about the r is equal to a cos theta? R is equal to a cos theta figure is this one. Friends, you have to remember, if r is equal to a cos theta, then the graph for this r is equal to a cos theta is this one, and suppose if r is equal to a sin theta is there, then you will have like this, not like a general circle, not like general circle, remember. Okay, now you observe this is above the axis is there and below the axis is also there. Okay, next this is right side part and this is the left side part we have. So here what they are mentioned, the region is in positive quadrant. Positive quadrant means here you see upwards only, we have to take in this region only, don't take the downside. So in this region r is here 0, and limits if you want, r limits if you want, just you draw the pole like this. Y is equal to x line you draw, then you can call this as a pole. Okay, from the origin it is moving, then you can call pole. Then what is the limit here? R is equal to a cos theta. So the limits of r are you have r is equal to 0 to a cos theta. And what about the limits of theta? This region is occupied in how many quadrant you tell me? Occupied in only one quadrant, that is a positive quadrant. So theta is from 0 to pi by 2. Now what you can write, the integrand is square root of a square minus. So if you taken minus is common from this, then you will have x square plus y square. What is x square plus y square? You have x square plus y square is equal to r square. Okay, x square plus y square is equal to r square into dx dy is nothing but r into dr into d theta. That's it. So what happened here? We are changed given integrand from the Cartesian coordinate to polar coordinates. Now we have to evaluate this one. That's it. Now you see, integral from 0 to pi by 2, integral from 0 to a into cos theta. Friends, this square root of a square minus x square, a square minus r square, I can write all to the power of 1 by 2 into r into dr d theta. Now you see friends, this one is like bracket power n form. You see, we have a formula in the indefinite integral, that is, whenever f dash of x into f of x all to the power of n dx is there, then you can write nothing but, suppose if you consider this is a bracket power n is there, bracket derivative is beside, you see, bracket derivative is beside, then you can say this integration is bracket power plus 1 by power plus 1. That's it. Plus c. Okay. In this case, a square minus r square power 1 by 2 is there. You consider n is a 1 by 2. Then what is the bracket derivative? A square derivative is 0. R square derivative is 2r. Is there 2r? No. Minus is also there. So minus 2r. I multiplied with minus 2 and I am dividing with minus 2. So is there any changes? No. Now it is in the form of f dash of r. F of r whole power n. Then what is the integration? F of r power plus 1 by power plus 1. So integral minus 1 by 2 times of integral from 0 to pi by 2. What is f of r here? You have a square minus r square power 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 is nothing but what? 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 plus here you have dr. Is it clear for everyone? Dr. Limits with respect to r we are done. So this is d theta. What are the limits you have? 0 to a into cos theta. Now you have to substitute upper limit and lower limit. Then you will have, this is 3 by 2 if you written in the numerator, then you will have a 2 by 3. So this is 1 by 2 into 2 by 3, limits from 0 to pi by 2. Upper limit if you are substituted, where you have to substitute in place of r. So a square minus r square is nothing but a square cos square theta whole to the power of 3 by 2. That's it. Minus lower limit you substitute here, r plus in place of r 0. So a square whole to the power of 3 by 2 into d theta. Now this is denominator 2 and numerator 2 getting cancelled. Then I will have minus 1 by 3, limits from 0 to pi by 2. From this I can take a square is a common. If I take an a square is common, then I will have a square whole power 3 by 2 is nothing but a cube. And inner what I have? 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta you can write as a sin square theta. Yes or no? Sin square theta. So this is sin square theta whole to the power of 3 by 2 minus this square and square root getting cancelled, then you will have a cube into d theta. Now from these two you can take a cube is common. Then you will have minus 1 by 3 times of a cube, limits from 0 to pi by 2. This square and square root getting cancelled. Then you will have sin cube theta minus 1. Sin cube theta minus 1 into d theta. Now you have to integrate this one. Okay. Now I am separating first. Minus a cube by 3 integral from 0 to pi by 2 sin cube theta minus bracket for this integral from 0 to pi by 2 1 d theta. Friends, you see, from the Wallis theorem I am writing this is sin cube theta d theta is nothing but, what is the numerator you have? M is equal to 3. So m minus 1 by m. From this, can you remove 2? If you remove, then what will happen? 0. So don't take this one. Next, minus of integral of this is theta, limits from 0 to pi by 2. From this, minus a cube by 3, 2 by 3 minus pi by 2. So multiply inside, then you will have a cube by 3. I am writing outside, minus I am multiplying just. Then I will have pi by 2 minus 2 by 3. This is the final answer. Friends, you will get some doubt. Sir, how you written this 2 by 3? From the Wallis theorem. Friends, you remember, whenever integral from 0 to pi by 2 sin to the power of m theta d theta, or else integral from 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power of n theta d theta if you have. If it is a numerator is, means power is odd function, then first you write an m minus 1 by m. Next, m minus 3 by m minus 2. Next, m minus 5 by m minus 4, and so on. Whenever m is odd, for odd m. If it is even, same unit write m by 2m, m minus 3 by m minus 2, m minus 5 by m minus 4, and so on. It is even function you consider. Suppose 6 is even function, then 6 minus 1 is 5. Here 5 minus 3, next 6 minus 3 is 3. Just you remove, subtract 2 from the first term. In each step, okay. 6 next here, if it is 6 is there, then here 5. After 3, after 1. So you will have a numerator is 1, and denominator, if it is 6 is there, subtract from 2, 4. Again subtract to 2. So 1 by 2 you will have into pi by 2. This will come for the even function. Okay, even m. Otherwise, sir, I don't know this formula. How can I say? Means after getting this, use the calculator. Now, by using the calculator, I am showing you. You see, we have integral from 0 to pi by 2 sine cube theta. Integration sine cube theta, sine alpha x, close the bracket, power 3. Or else you can press shift x square. Lower limit is 0 and the upper limit is pi by 2. Pi is in shift 10 to the power of x. If you are pressed, then you will have pi divided by 2. Now is equal to, you see what you have? 2 by 3. What I have? 2 by 3. Okay, even this one you can change into general formula, that is 3 sin theta minus sin 3 theta by 4. In that method also you will get same. Is it clear for everyone? Right, thank you for watching this video.